China. He ass.
Hey, what about that? We finally learned something new, everybody.
Yeah, it's finally not the same tunes.
Finally not Duncan McInnes for the rest of my life.
Never again.
Never again. No more Duncan McInnes.
People say when it comes to September 11th and Duncan McInnes, never again. Hello, everyone.
I think they say that about the Jewish ovens, too. Or something.
Oh, gee. What about the space lasers?
Oh, yeah. Never again on space lasers.
Hello, everyone.
Never again on
Basil Hayden for Fusco.
Going out drinking with Kelly. Never again.
Of course. Are you hurting today? Did you guys go out drinking?
No. I don't mean today. It's in general, it's a bad idea.
Hello, everyone. My name is Josh. Welcome to the Chanarant Podcast. With me again is my bearded co-host, Mr. Andy Fusco.
That's me.
And if you didn't know, if you're a big Rab Show listener, for example, we are going to say some naughty words on this show today. So make sure your kids' ears are plugged. Because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck yeah, you fuck.
You fucking soft-eared cunts out there.
Listeners can review the show wherever they get their podcasts. You can send us emails and voicemails to be played on air. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or if you're Australian, Snapchat. Check out the Chanarant store at chanarant.com. This episode brought to you by our patrons. Patreon.com/Chanarant, $5 a month. You get to watch this shit show of a live stream.
About once every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks or so when we're both in town at the same time.
It's been a rough spring.
It's been a little bit of a rough spring and summer. We've been busy. We've been busy boys.
I'm surprised we haven't lost too many of our patrons over the last 2 months.
Well, I keep sending them dick pics of
perfect.
you. They're your dick,
that's
not
fine.
mine.
That's fine.
And I edit it in Photoshop.
I don't mind everybody else has seen it. The
Yeah,
patrons might as well as.
I edit it in Photoshop to make it slightly less inflamed.
I hope you made it look a little less small so
Yeah,
the
they have
women
the
wouldn't
spot.
be so intimidated.
They have the
as well.
spot healing brush. It gets rid of like the sores, the open sores. Last but not least,
Jesus.
invite and share with your friends. Hey, Fusco.
Yes, Josh.
You know what really gets my Twitter thumbs a tweeting?
What's that, Josh?
When you send in a nice cheeky voicemail to the Big Rab Show using the language of my people, which is bad English, and all of a sudden people get all pissy about it, and they're gonna wash my mouth out with soap now, I guess.
Well, it's not the first time you've been threatened for things like this. So
I've been threatened a lot, and you know what I've come to realize?
What's that?
The pipe band community generally are a bunch of pussies.
This is very true.
Because they
act
the
strong.
amount of people that are like 210, 6'5" on the internet versus when like I go to a lot of the events where these people are at and nobody has accosted me.
Not a single time. I've been threatened to get beat up by what do you call them? Service bands.
You've been threatened to get beat up by me once a week for 15
Well,
years.
there's that too. But yeah, nobody actually brings it. They know. They know.
Yeah, it's all talk, man. So sorry about your little peepees.
As we used to call them back in my day, Kelly will know this. We call them telephone tough guys. Now they're like the internet tough
Now
guys.
it's like internet tough guys, right?
You know, they call them the radio station, talk a big game, Kelly. You know what we're talking about.
Hey, I see you on the street. I'm going to kick your ass. I'll be at 5th and Ogden at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Please be there.
Yeah.
Nope. Crickets.
Ain't hard to find. But, yeah, so how you been, buddy? It's good to have you back. You were out for a while. You got a little sicky.
I did. I got sick. It was the worst, and now I'm back.
So how herpa-ghonno-syphlaids?
Oh, it flared up.
Flared up.
Absolutely did, yeah.
Just bleeding sores.
It's been, May was a month of whoring, and then, you know what happens when you're whoring. These things just
These things happen.
Yeah. You get that, it's like positive and negative ion when my diseased penis meets another diseased vagina and it just sets off. It's like
I would argue the problem, are you kissing people that you meet on Tinder?
No, never.
Because you got to keep in mind.
Kiss their butthole.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind, man, like you're with the single date lays that you're getting, you're mostly getting sick from someone else's cock at that point. Like,
I'm sure it was like hours earlier.
If you go to the library and like the books are out of order, it was the person before you that fucked it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's not like it was you. You can't take credit for that. Like, oh shit.
What did they call that back?
God, my rental car's ruined.
Back in the day, I got a case of dysentery mouth.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know.
Let me tell you, worst metal band name ever. Dysentery mouth.
I don't know what's going on out there, but it's like cuffing season, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week out in Vegas these days.
Yeah, and it's summer because usually cuffing season is like a fall thing. Right? It's like a fall-winter thing. For those of you that are in the audience that may not be familiar with the term, cuffing season typically refers to like the time that you'll pick up a girlfriend or a boyfriend for like 4 or 5 months because it's winter and like nobody's going out and there's nothing else to do but sit at home on your couch and like watch TV and fuck.
Bang.
Yeah. So like you pick up like a 6-month boyfriend or girlfriend for cuffing season because like shit's getting slim. Few berries on the vine, few fish in the frozen river. So you gotta plan for hibernation period.
Absolutely.
And I used to think that it was like a horrible thing that dudes do before I realized girls do it way more with multiple people.
Oh my God, dude. Like I've been played hard so many times.
Like I find out women do it. Women do it like, how many boys are you picking up for cuffing season? I'm like, how many? Fuck.
Let me tell you the lessons I've learned.
The one time I had a cuffing season girlfriend, I had to change my Facebook status. I didn't even know how to log into my Facebook.
My God, girls are out there doing it dirty big time. They blame us. They try to make it like the guys are scumbags and stuff, but I can't tell you how many times.
Don't make me get on the microphone.
Every woman I know has crushed significantly more cock than I have crushed ass.
Yes.
Easily.
Especially, lately. I don't know.
Fusco's crushed more cock than I've crushed ass. That's like the old thing you used to say
Brad
about
doesn't count. Beer boy Brad doesn't count.
the old thing they used to say about Freddie Mercury. People were like, "Yeah, well, Freddie Mercury was gay," and I was like, "Yeah, and he still fucked more girls than you, I bet."
Probably.
I'd be willing to bet that.
I'm not gay, but my penis is.
He's not gay, but Fusco says it's all the same when the lights are off. So Chicago should be fun.
You put a little lube on it, it feels just like a vagina. So what's the difference? I can't wait to get to Chicago with all those homos out there.
It should be lovely. Cobra.
Is Cobra in the audience?
I don't know. I assume. I'm going to take a quick opportunity to talk about Discord. So Discord's fantastic. We use it for a lot of things.
Does it still exist?
Yeah, it still exists. You just don't use it because you're a boomer.
That's true.
But we use it a lot for sharing travel notes, for sharing tunes. People post about their gigs. I mean, we got all kinds of channels on there. Everything from like competition news and travel, like who's going to be in whose town when, to like Rooster talking about fucking cigars nonstop and by himself, basically.
Yeah,
speaking.
There's a whole cigar channel that only Rooster talks in, and it's like, why do we have this?
Well, the trick is
he talks to himself anyway.
Yeah, the trick is you gotta create a space. What was the movie where like they had? Oh no, it was Mythic Quest. I don't know if you watched this TV show Mythic Quest, where they're designing the video game, and they get all the internet trolls. And so what they do is they engineer it to where they're all on one server, and then they just put that server in a different room, disconnected from everything else, so they can just keep trolling each other in an echo chamber forever.
It's like www.creedthoughts.www.
Yeah, it's just an endless loop. Like you're trapped in cyberspace. So that's a cigar channel.
That's perfect. We need a place for Rob to expel his nonsense so that it doesn't go out to the rest of the world, basically.
Yeah.
He's like the Creed of pipe band.
But we also, so speaking of Discord, we talk about like gaming on there as well. And one of the people that we have often attempted to game with, but have never managed to fix the time zone problem, sent us a voicemail. Fusco, do you have a voicemail?
I do. It's ready to go.
We love getting voicemails, by the way, especially when they're impressions.
We weren't going to say that, but I was going to say we actually got a voicemail from Christopher Walken, who loves to play video games.
Oh, perfect.
Guys, the Generant Podcast. I'm coming to you from my basement. live. Wanted to tell you the favorite, most important thing of my day is listening to you two fucks talk about random bullshit. Now, I got a specific message for Josh. You spaghetti-eating fuck. Why don't you play some Battlefront with your boys? And same to you, Fusco. You wet willy noodle bitch boy. You hop on the Discord and play with your boys. Whoa. Wow. It's incredible. Gotta say, keep up the incredible work. I really love the show and what you do here. It's important. Now, with that said, I'll be on my way. Toodles. And have a good day.
Christopher Walken, everybody.
Christopher Walken, ladies
wants
and
us
gentlemen.
apparently he wants us to play Call of Duty or some shit. I don't know.
He
what
wants us to play. He wants us to play Star Wars.
Oh, well, we will play that.
Yeah.
Does he play Battlefront?
Yeah.
right.
So I've been talking about Battlefront 2. And you and I played it a bit. It's like a 10-year-old game now or something. It's very old.
6 or something. Yeah, it's not that old, but yeah.
But it's still
pretty
fun because it's Star Wars. Right?
And it looks amazing.
It
Still
looks,
to this day.
it looks great, sounds great.
Yeah.
Sound design's fantastic. And it's like a very fun game when you're need to do something mindless and just blast people.
Yeah, and if you want to listen to Josh's brother lose his goddamn mind,
Play Battlefront.
it's quite funny.
Yeah.
Play with us, jump on, and
If you want to hear my brother lose his fucking mind, play any video game.
play anything with him.
Anything.
It is hilarious. Like, you just sit there and listen.
We could play the quiet game and still he'd be losing his fucking
Oh,
shit.
God, that kid is funny. He's not a kid. He's like 100 years old, but like it's still fucking funny.
We were playing not to throw him under the bus. We were playing last night, and I was giving him so much shit because he was like, well, this is just fucking bullshit, and our team sucks, and our match sucks, and blah, 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 blah. And like every game we played, not only did we win, but he was like the top player. You know, and I'm just like, buddy, like we're winning.
Chill the
winning.
fuck out, bro.
Yeah, like we're winning right
you're
now.
doing fine.
Like, not only are we winning, you're doing the best on the team. Like, what do you want out of life?
Well, I appreciate the fact that he always wants to do better. Chris is one of those
That's
people
a mentality, right?
that is like, you know what?
He won't be
Best is not good enough. He's like Top Gun and fucking Battlefront 2.
Yeah, like he won't be satisfied until he loads into a match. They see his gamer tag and they just drop.
and yeah.
And then he'll be like, "Why does nobody play this game?
Why do we play this fucking game, man? Such a
But,
I
yeah,
hate the
so-
way they engineered this game. We'll play
If you're out
something else.
there and you like playing games, especially old ones that are free on Game Pass, because we're all poor bagpipers, hit us up, dude. Go Channel Rant Discord.
We like free.
Fusco, what's your gamer tag?
Mine is Iron Piper, IRONPYPRR. On
Same as
Xbox.
your Twitter, same as your
everything.
Instagram, same as everything. So mine's different. My social media handles are Josh Plays Pipes, but my
Gamer tag.
gamer
It
tag,
is?
my gamer tag that I've had since Halo 2 when I was like 9. I don't remember how old I was, is Bagpipes of Doom. So you can hit me up, and I'm going to hold on that till I die.
Who's the other bagpiper we play with that has like a bagpipe?
Couple of people. Yeah, it's a great question. I know there's a couple that are like Spanish names too, like Gaitero, that type stuff.
Shit, there was somebody else. Yeah, there's another bagpipes that gets confusing when you're in them around the same time because everybody calls you bagpipes.
Yeah,
So it's confusing.
yeah. It can occasionally be confusing when you're playing with people and you both have bagpipes in your name, and it's just like pipes. It's like, which one?
And then
It's
everybody
like the
calls
Spider-Man meme. Like,
people call me Piper, so it's like Piper, bagpipes, pipes. Who are you talking to?
yeah. See, I only ever call you cunt, so it works out.
Right, yeah,
It's
no,
like,
that's fine.
I'm like, oh, cunt, watch your 6.
Then I know who's talking to me.
Exactly. It gets confusing at my house because I occasionally call both my brother and my mother by the same thing, which is I call them by their last name.
Oh.
But when my brother's there, that's him. Like, I'm not talking to my mother when I say the last name when my brother's there. But when he's not there, I'll be like, because it's it gets people's attention. People will always talk to me like, why do you fucking call people by their last names all the time? I'm like, because it locks in their attention immediately. There could be 17 Andys in a room, but if I say Fusco, you're gonna turn and be like, what?
Right. That's a pretty common thing. I thought it was maybe where I'm from, but like East Coast people, everybody calls everybody by their last name.
Yeah,
Like, everybody.
It's not super common here, and like people, especially like when I meet new people or like my significant other's friends, and I don't usually call them by their last name because I usually don't even call them by their first name because I usually don't know what their name is. So I'm just like,
Well.
oi,
Oi, cunt.
oi, you. Thank God none of them listen to the show. Hey, Andy.
Yes, Josh? Did we do this bit already? Oh, wait, no, we're doing something else.
Why don't you tell me about the UK Championships, man? That happened recently.
Oh, so I have a couple clips for us. I think it's UK. It could be the British. I don't know. Everybody's got a championship, so who knows what.
Yeah, they're all somehow championships.
But I thought we'd play a couple clips, and we'll play a little game with Josh. Which one is who is who?
I'm never gonna fucking guess. I can't even pronounce half their names.
It's a pipe band, so you know these bands. Fuck, where did it go? All right, so I'm gonna play you two clips.
Ballyfuck and Dick Kenny.
You're gonna tell me, and these are the first and second place band of the UK Championships.
Okay.
I'm gonna play.
Do I get to know their nationality? Well, there weren't really any American bands that went.
One's Irish and one's Scottish.
One's Irish, one's Scottish. Right. Cool. So Inverary and Field Marshal Montgomery. Nailed it.
Exactly correct. All right.
Don't even have to listen to the clips.
All right. So, but you got to tell me who's who. Okay.
Okay. I'll tell you who's who.
All right. So this is band number one in no particular order. I'll play two parts.
Okay. I'm listening to band number one, UK champion.
Here we go.
Were they playing in a parking garage? Oh, no. Here we go.
One of my favorite 2/4 marches of all time.
I have a theory. Yeah, I'm ready to guess.
All right. Well, let's hear both, and then so that's band number one.
Well, yeah, but if I can guess the first one, then I already know who the second one is.
I'm not going to tell you if you're right or not until we play them both.
Okay.
All right. So here's band number two. I'm going to play the ending. This is the reel. So this is an MSR contest. So here's the reel. It's going to have 10 seconds of the Strasby in it. I'll stop there. So,
Okay. I have my theory.
all right.
I think I'll be completely wrong.
You never know. Let's see what happens.
But here's what I'm going to go for.
if you're in the audience, go ahead and take a guess. Type in the chat. Who's
hit
band
that,
one?
hit
Who's
that
band?
in the
And
chat.
if you know, then
I am going to go with the first clip being the Field Marshal Montgomery Pipe Band from Ireland because it sounded like 700 people. I am going to go with the second clip also being Field Marshal, and you were trying to trick me.
it totally occurred to me to try to trick you, but I did not. it did occur to me to do it, but I didn't.
I thought for sure you were going to try to trick me, and it was both going to be Field Marshal. So how did I do? Do you want to wait till they get their guesses in, or they're already typing them in?
Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got in the audience here. What do you guys think? And if you heard it already, don't guess because then you'll know. But
yeah, Rab's like, I filmed it. I know.
yeah, Rab, you know the answer. So
Don't cheat.
all right, we're getting some.
Banger
We're
of it.
getting some people
It's
in
a
there.
banger of a set. Did anybody like nail it?
Yes.
Was it Ozzy?
No.
Okay. Yeah, get fucked, Ozzy. Go eat some Vegemite.
All right, so the first band was Field Marshal.
Okay, correct.
Second band was
Inverary. Okay. Yeah, I thought for sure you would do the MacGuffin, and
it occurred to me, but I was like, nah, I'll just play them because why not? But
great sets. Yeah.
Who do you think won based on what you heard?
Based on what I heard, Field Marshal.
They did actually. They won this time. Inverary won the last one, but Field Marshal won this one. Good job, Josh. Look at you.
Look at me.
His ear developing.
Knowing bagpipes.
Yeah. So
somebody, I love my favorite comment that got put in the chat before we move on was someone put, "What the fuck is this? They're talking about bagpiping on CR."
When was this? Years ago?
No. This was a comment that was today in the chat. Like,
oh, was it really?
wait. Oh yeah, it's Ray. He's like, "Y'all talking bagpipes on Chainrant?"
Not for long. Don't worry.
Yeah, no. We'll get back to the dick and cock jokes.
Yeah,
like,
we'll go back to the TNA. So yeah, Field Marshal won. Congratulations to those guys.
Awesome.
Coming back,
Daddy Parks.
Yeah, and then
Parks Vader.
What was interesting was the third place band, I thought, and maybe we'll get some discussion in the chat about this. But the Police Scotland Fife, again,
always a bridesmaid, never a fucking bride.
Well, no, but they're moving their way up in the world. Especially this year, they got third. I think last time maybe they got a fourth, but they beat Shots and
Dykehead.
Scottish Power.
It's two different bands now.
Which is nice because these guys have been like perpetual sixth every year for like 10 years. They always get sixth place. They make it. They're right on the edge. They just can't, but they're starting to move up, which is interesting.
That's
so
very much
congratulations to them working
very much
up.
like when we did the circuit with Ballybreeze, and we always managed to get last.
Yeah, except for one time we got 12th out of 13 instead of last. But yeah,
and we got deportment. We won a first.
I think that was
deportment.
They were like these. Oh, we feel bad for these guys, but their kilts look nice. We're essentially like
they must not wear them on the bus.
We're not allowed to wear them while we drive. We got to put them on when we get there. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I thought it was cool. They're back. It's coming back. It's nice to see it.
Yeah. It not only is it coming back, a lot of coverage. So one of the things that I thoroughly enjoy, and shout out to Rabbi here, we talked when I had him on the show while you were sick about like the Big Rab Show TV thing and all that, but they're still putting out a shit ton of recordings of almost every band in almost every grade. And like I don't know if you've had a chance to catch that stream at all, but one of the funniest things that he said, and he's told us this before, was like, yeah, like we'll go out with like 3 people and 3 cameras, and we'll fucking film every fucking band all day, standing in the pissing rain, like whatever.
It was raining at this thing.
Like,
you could see it.
Like whatever we can to try to capture some of the contests. And then someone will be like, "But you didn't catch this band." It's like, fuck. Put out 20 videos, and then they're like, "But there were 23 bands. What the fuck?"
They're almost getting as bad as us over there.
As far as like people bitching and moaning,
over representation and all this nonsense.
Well, it's fucking nuts because it's just like, man, like, one, you could always pick up a fucking camera and volunteer.
Do it yourself, yeah. You post the video.
you could always, guess what? We can only be in so many places at once, and these are not like well-funded media operations. Like, we're going to help out a little bit in Chicago. I've got 1 video camera and 2 people to help work it to try to capture some of the band contest stuff, and there's going to be like 3 circles. Like, I'm not going to be able to catch shit. And I have to play in one. I have to play in grade 5, so I'm not going to worry about recording grade 5 because nobody wants to fucking hear that anyway.
Right. Well, except when we play in Chicago next weekend. But
so I feel like we'll play the grade 5 contest. Go get trashed. By the time we're done with that, it'll be grade 3. People kind of care about grade 3 and up.
Kind of, not in the U.S. really.
Everybody wants to know, like, did Fire and District Pipe Band beat Police and District Pipe Band, or did District Pipe Band beat Fire Police Pipe Band?
Well,
they all played Terabus, so I don't fucking know. Like,
nobody in Fire or Police and District Pipe Bands are playing in grade 3 or above, so we don't have to worry about that so much. But there's going to be a lot of Fire bands in grade 5.
I just thought those were the guys that gave me my parking pass. Wait, they play?
I mean, their fingers
I'm talking all this shit. We're we're 1 week out from playing
in a fire department
band? In a service grade 5 service band.
This is all we can get, people. This is the only satisfaction I can get.
It's the only games I'm competing at this whole fucking year.
I got to go to Oklahoma to play in a goddamn contest, and it's a service band.
We got to go to Chicago to play in a grade 5. That's how much we suck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's okay. In all honesty, because we can talk about Chicago a little bit. I love to give them shit. Great tone in that band. Like,
who?
I'm in the Oklahoma fire band that we're playing with. Great tone, like super nice people. The reason we're going to play with them is because they're all friends of ours.
Well, Brad is. I don't know anybody else really.
Oh, you didn't meet any of the rest of them? Oh, you were
met the
busy,
pie
though.
major,
Yeah,
but-
but you were also fucking busy at the Vegas game.
Yeah, I mean, I met them, but I don't know these guys.
Yeah, they're super fun to hang out with. They're just fucking hoot. And I was like, yeah, I'll come. I got the invite to come play. I was like, I'll come play. Like, my fucking...
I'm just doing it because Brad asked me to.
I'm just doing it because it'll be a good sesh.
Yeah, that too.
Watch us get cut. Watch us get cut at the fucking line.
That'll be classic.
From the
We get
grade
cut.
5 band.
Actually, we should make that our goal is to get
No,
cut.
that's not my goal. I want to play. I have people
Go all the way, spend all that money to fucking stand there.
I'm not gonna drag my bagpipes on Spirit fucking Airlines, the prison bus of the sky, to not even play them at the Chicago games. Like, they chart, if the oxygen mask deploys in that fucking plane, you have to put a quarter in for it to work.
To live, put in a quarter. I don't have a quarter. You can use your debit
Or you
card.
can just roll down the window. They still got the cranks.
Oh my god, we're flying to fucking Spirit Airlines to Chicago. So if we don't make it, everybody, you know what happened.
Yeah.
You know, Leo, my buddy Leo, that's who he flies for. He's
No
a pilot for them.
shit,
Yeah.
really?
Like, I don't know how he hasn't died yet in some.
Well, I'm
plane accident.
assuming he flies for them because they don't drug test.
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of drugs,
Whoa, no. I gotta pee in cups, man. I can't do anything.
no. So I play. You know how I play this golf course gig every Friday? Now?
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now, I was walking out and some people were chatting with me. And sometimes people tip me; they'll hand me money or whatever. So this guy, he was chatting with me. He's like, he puts his hand out like he's gonna give me something.
Oh no! Did you get what they give you?
And I thought he was handing me garbage. And I'm like, why the fuck are you handing me like plastic wrappers?
Oh, is it like a gummy or something? Or
It's a pot candy, and I don't do pot.
yeah.
So he was like, but be careful with it. This shit's strong as shit. So if you guys want it, it's yours.
No, neither of us can use it, and we can't accept it on air anyway.
It's pot candy. It's fucking legal.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't work. No, neither of us do that.
Kelly, Michael.
Oh yeah, Mikey for sure.
Not me.
Mike
I
will
don't do
enjoy
that
it.
shit.
Yeah, no, Kelly's husband, Mike. He loves the pot. He loves the pot. He likes the marijuana. Lord.
But yeah, so what are you excited about for Chicago, Skill? We can dovetail right into this.
Whores.
Are there a lot of horrors expecting you?
Yes.
Cobra, stretch your anus.
No,
Not deep.
handsome Tony. He's my
Not
he's my
depth-wise,
whore.
width-wise.
Face. He's my whore. Face man.
Oh, okay. So this is a funny thing that came up today. So Court's friends are coming because they live in Chicago. She's from Chicago. So a bunch of them are going to come to the event, and apparently she told me this today. We went out to a fantastic bar, the F Bar here, right by Ferguson's. It was amazing cocktails. But we went out, and she was telling me that a couple of her friends are like texting her and like, oh, like I just bought this new like really short sundress for the Chicago Highland games because we're going to be there to hang out.
Are they dressing up for me?
No, they're trying to pick up fucking pipers.
I'm a piper.
But they want ones that, one, aren't old enough to be their dad, and two,
Oh, they like the daddy.
And-
Don't let them fool you.
and two, preferably live where they live.
Oh, they live in Chicago. Okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, and
We'll
she-
introduce
so
them
she-
to the
yeah,
Chicago city of Chicago pipeline.
She was like, yeah, so they might be like trolling for some D, and I was like, well, I know people in the bands that live close to there. Like,
I'll be staying at the Motel 6 across the way from the games, everybody.
he'll be
In
staying.
case-
He'll be staying in the RV parked out in front of the Motel 6.
No, I'm staying at the Motel 6. Cheapest place in the entire fucking city. It's got a hot tub. I'm going to find my way into the hot tub.
Fusco, have you prepared yourself for? You need to bring your like silk sleeping bag thing that protects you from the bed bugs, and then a gun that protects you from everything else.
From Chicago.
Then again, Chicago may not have bed bugs. They may have shot them all by now.
Well, yeah. And they don't allow... No, I'm sure they allow guns. I don't know what the fuck the rules are out there, but...
On Spirit, I'm sure they do.
we could fly. As long as like the ammo's in a different bag than the gun, right? You're allowed to fly.
Yeah,
right?
you'd walk on open carrying a pistol and be like, "Oh shit, are you an air marshal?" No. Oh, thank God.
Those guys
Take
are
your seat. Oh, thank God. We don't need anyone checking the safety around here. It's the only plane. It's the only airline where we might have to get out and push.
That's like Millennium Falcon. So hold on. That'll be fun. We'll bring on the horse.
This episode brought to you by Spirit Airlines.
Spirit Airlines. We'll be playing at the next North by Northwest or whatever the fuck that thing is that they sponsor, that music festival.
It's the one that everybody that flew Spirit couldn't get to because they got delayed.
The Spirit Airline jokes write themselves, you know.
Yeah, it's like pistol whipping a blind kid, dude. Like there's no sport in this.
So before we move on from the topic, which we have already moved on from, I did want to play as an honorable mention a little bit of Police Scotland Fife.
Oh, happily.
Because one, they're doing better in general, and two, they have arguably one of the hottest girls in pipe band in their band. So this is for her. If you know who I'm talking about, let me know in the chat. Just piss and rain.
I like how Kelly goes out the door and all I can see is Bear's head over the couch like a fucking lemur.
So in their march, they do this thing. And where they have that triplet. You don't hear that much. Especially because all the old fogey judges, nobody likes that shit.
Yeah.
So, like, it's risky to do shit like that, but I like to think, and I could be wrong about this because I'm totally theorizing.
Also, do you ever wonder how some of these
I
old
think Inveray
fogey...
really pushed that into being acceptable again. Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
Do you ever wonder how some of these old fogey judges made it past, like, COVID or time?
If only.
Nah.
Well, they just
Are they drawing power from the dark dimension? That's a nerdy Marvel reference. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so anyway, good job to Police Scotland Fife actually moving up in the world. We like it. Like to see somebody new in there.
Yeah, man. And wasn't that Stewart's old band from Up to the Line? I thought one of the Grace Note.
No,
guys
he was in
played
Police
with them.
Scotland.
So not Fife Police
Glasgow.
Scotland, but Police Scotland. Like it's just
There were
just a different mixture of
so
the
it's-
word Scotland and police.
It's changed a lot. Yeah, so Police Scotland Fife still exists. Police Scotland Glasgow, which used to be Strathclyde Police, has now changed again to like the Greater City of Police Band something. I forget.
And
Rab will
districts.
tell us into something. I forget, but they changed their name
And
again.
District.
So yeah, but Fife is keeping the city thing going. Although I'm sure it's all fucking.
Is this a good time for you to announce the new name for the Las Vegas Pipe, the band that shall not be named? That we got renamed at a gig.
We did.
What was that, Sunday?
This past Sunday, yeah, we played a gig for. Wow, I don't want to give too much away because I don't want anybody stealing this from us. But
We played a gig for a group at a casino.
at a casino, and we are now the
They called
Royal
us the Royal Scottish
Bagpipers.
Bagpipers.
That's our name now. That's what they put in the program. Didn't bother to ask our actual name, but just put it Royal
Yeah.
Scottish Bagpipers.
In a group that none of us are Scottish. We're all
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 American.
American and one New Zealander.
Right.
So and now
So I'm thinking.
the Royal Scottish Bagpipers, and we're just like, is that us? Or is there another band here?
Like, wait, are there Scottish people here? Like, yeah. No, it's great. So we're going to change our name yet again from the Las Vegas Pipe Band to the Royal Scottish Bagpipers.
for
And
sure.
we're just going to piss everybody off.
Yeah.
We're going to go out there, compete, and just annoy the shit out of everybody.
What was the bit? What was the bit we did? We had a bet when we were in Northern Ireland on our trip. We had a bet to where we were trying to see who could go the longest doing a fake Irish accent before they got caught. Remember, we went to the bar. We got super shitty.
Where was this?
This was when we were in fucking Moira, I want to say, or we went somewhere. We were out drinking, and we're like, okay, whenever it was just me and you, it could have fucking been in Cookstown, but whenever it was just me and you, and none of the crew was with us, we were like, all right, let's see how long we can get away with a fake.
I actually don't remember that, but I've done that game before for sure. I just don't remember specifically for that. But
did you ever do the move where it's like, you go with the fake as long as you can, and you're like, but I'm also trying to practice my American accent. Do you mind if I practice my American accent with you?
I did it once to pick up chicks in America. So I don't think I've ever told this story, but maybe I have. Maybe I've told parts of this story. But
I mean, we've done so many episodes at this point that the people who listen now probably never heard that one.
yeah, it's
like
changed
nobody started listening in episode 194 and was like, "Fuck, better go hit the backlog."
No, they did not go back to number 1. Although you should, because it's complete disaster. But it's fun.
Oh, you think it's bad now? Yeah, you think it's a fucking disaster now. Rab's been here since episode 1. He can tell you what a disaster it was in the beginning.
Yeah, so God, this is back like 2004. But some buddies of mine from New York came out to visit, and they were staying at the Tropicana Hotel, and so we were like going out every night. Blah blah. They were here for like maybe a long weekend or something. And when I'm drinking, I can do I think I can do an Irish accent. I mean, I feel less self-conscious about it, so I just keep going with it. It works if you do it confidently enough. American chicks,
especially if you're interacting with someone who's never met
correct
someone from Ireland or Scotland.
Yeah, dumb 21-year-old girls don't question it; they just go with it. So me and my buddy Sean were like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna fucking do it the whole time, just because it's fucking funny to us." And literally, I did. So we met these chicks at some club or something. I don't even know, and I just kept doing it. And at one point, like the next day, because we all like stayed in the same hotel room, it was like a goddamn orgy. And like the next morning or something, like I kind of like forgot. And
you forgot to
came
do
out
it?
of it. Came out of it a little bit, and one of the girls immediately turned to me. She's like,
"Where'd your accent go?
What happened to you? What? Oh, I was just practicing my American accent." And I was like, "Oh shit, I got to get back into it because they're gonna know this whole thing was a lie."
Piece of shit.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
yeah.
Good times.
So anyway,
While we're talking about games that have happened here in the good old US of A, the Center for Freedom and people being scared to go into schools, we had the Costa Mesa Highland Games, and there was some coverage of this. So Big Rab did his Big Rab TV special on this, courtesy of footage from our good friend Mr. Eric Evanhouse,
yep.
who fucking fell on the sword that day. One of the debut bands was the City of Angels Pipe Band. That's our good friend Trevor's band.
Yeah.
And they won.
They won the day that they played. They only played the one day, but they won.
So that's an honorable mention. I do have a link in the show notes if you want to play a little clippy.
I do have the.
I don't know if we have the rights to play. Is it some random person on YouTube that filmed it that I found? So
yeah, fuck them. Take us down. But yeah, so
come at me, bro.
So we have our friends band City Angels. Their debut. They're winning. I don't know if it's MSR Medley. I think it's MSR, but we're gonna find out. So let's take a listen to the City of Angels Pipe Band
At their debut.
Thank you.
Debut performance in Costa Mesa, California.
Officially the gayest band in all of history.
Yeah, and fucking rightfully so.
By gay, I mean happy because they won.
Also, because they're a very diverse band.
All right, here we go. This is like. Old school tune.
Also, did you see their fucking kilts and uniforms and shit?
They look nice.
Sharp as hell.
No vest too. They're going SFU style.
Well, there's no vests above their shirts. Below their shirts, there's probably soft Kevlar. It's not a super tolerant part of the world.
No, it might be the most hated band in LA. Oh, there's Bruce Hitchings judging. And Ed Best.
At best, wine glass in hand.
Yeah, he's judging with a wine glass. Yep. This is like the most bored drum corps I've ever seen. They're like,
stoic.
who's that judge? I don't recognize him.
Not everybody can dance like Chum.
No. Chum gets into it. They're bigger than they were when they were in Pasadena. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Sound better too.
Like 9 or 10 pipers. What the hell? Bass drummer just went down on his knees. I'm not gonna. That joke is way too obvious, people. Maybe he dropped his mallet? I didn't notice, but he definitely went down on his knees.
Also, everybody knows you drop your mallet, you start hitting with your hand.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Fucking ambitious set.
Not bad. Yeah, it's a grade 3 set for sure. But they handled it well.
Yeah, they fucking slapped. So yeah, congrats, Trev and City of Angels Pipe Band. If you have any curiosity as to all the off-color jokes we make about the City of Angels Pipe Band, you should check out their mission. It's awesome. It's a cool band. I'm really glad to see them out. If I played against them, they would beat me. So
yeah, we could get in there. Did you know who won the other day?
no.
Our other friend, Daryl Calvillo, he's the pipe major of Nicholson. Nicholson has made a strong comeback. They've disappeared for like 10 years.
I was about to say, I thought that band didn't exist anymore.
It went under for a long time, and I don't know. I don't remember the details as to how it all came back together, but Daryl was asked to lead this band.
For those of you who know Daryl, fantastic piper, good guy, super fun to hang out with. He came out, played some gigs with us.
He's also a member of the Royal Scottish Bagpipers.
You know, the easy way to remember is you have the famous heavy metal guitar player Dimebag Daryl. This is Pennybag Daryl. Just one penny.
Yeah, but Daryl's band Nicholson won the Saturday medley, and I think they won the overall aggregate award for grade 4 as well.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
good for them. Congrats, Nicholson.
Yeah, they're back.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen Nicholson in 12 years. But things are coming back, everybody. It's a whole friggin' thing. You know what I'm saying?
So you haven't seen Nicholson in 12 years. Did any tenor drummers show up with like a kid that kind of looked a little short,
with a beard,
with a little bit of a beard growing in already?
No, but I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I'm sure they're out there.
I mean, there's going to be
a lot of bearded kids.
Let's see. We were in Northern Ireland in 2017, right?
2017, yes.
So that was 5 years ago?
Yeah.
So somewhere there's a 5-year-old running around Cookstown, Northern Ireland that doesn't have brown blood. You know, they've got just all their teeth are in. They like salt on their food.
They like pasta more than the average Irish person.
They're like, wait, where are the noodles?
It's like, where's the red sauce?
Why is everything so fried, Ma?
Why is everything so bland and fried? I don't understand.
They want a coffee instead of a tea. Although, you typically
they want cappuccino.
You typically prefer tea.
Yeah, I like tea. Yeah, but they definitely like cappuccino too.
And they've got a really tiny little cock.
That just comes with being Irish. That's not my fault.
That wasn't the Fuscarelli jeans.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, we got some kill emperor. Okay. So what else we got going on here? Coming up soon. Well, we talked about the Chicago thing.
Yeah. So we're going to go to Chicago. We're traveling in at weird hours on weird times on prison bus planes.
It's going to be like Con Air.
It's going to be gnarly.
We're flying in on Con Air. Nick Cage is going to be with us.
Nick Cage with long hair and a wife beater is going to step out of the pilot seat and be like,
Nick Cage.
put the bunny down.
Oh, it's going to be great.
But yeah, so we're going to be there. I think we have a cheeky rehearsal Friday. I don't know if we're doing anything fun Friday. I'll be there Friday morning, so I'm going to go out and get some food.
I don't get there until late Friday, so I will miss the practice. Good. Hopefully, I make it.
Fusco's going to get cut at the line.
If I get cut, all right, so be it. I will be in the beer tent drinking.
Well, it's
by
a
11 a.m.
It's a 50-50 for Fusco because on the one hand, if he gets cut at the line, he never has to say that he competed in a grade 5 service band.
That's true.
But he also
technically I've never played in grade 5.
But you also have to say that you got cut from a grade 5 service band.
That would be kind of funny though, wouldn't it?
So it's which thing affects the ego more? That's what I'm interested in.
Ego's not my thing. That doesn't bother me at all.
I just want to go out and shred, man, because I'm not going to get to play any fucking contests this year.
Well, here's the thing though. What's going to be funny about that is, one, I will be well prepared, but miss a practice. Josh will be woefully unprepared, but he'll make the practice.
True.
So we'll see how this all works out between the two of us.
Woefully unprepared, but still in the room.
Still in the room, absolutely.
The Josh McEachern story. Speaking of Chicago, shout out to Chicago Pipe Band. They won something.
Did they? Which one? The City of Chicago or the other?
City of Chicago Pipe Band. I was looking for it, and I was expecting Cobra to be in the chat. But yeah, I could find it. I know they kept posting pictures of medals.
They don't get medals in bands, do they?
I don't fucking know. I assumed just heavy metals like lead, arsenic.
I don't know.
So our newly minted grade 2 midsection hoisting Sunday's band championship trophy. They also took home the best midsection award both days. So drums.
Yeah, midsection. Nobody cares. I mean, this is the award they give out so that midsection doesn't feel so useless. Which is the tenor drummers, by the way. Midsection is tenor drums, and or
yeah,
bass.
but I don't think that the midsection.
Kelly, we've done this show like 200 episodes. You don't get the idea that we just try to piss people off at every.
I would also argue that the midsection is not useless by any means. Someone has to drive the bagpipers around.
That's true. Somebody's got to have a hole to put the penis in. You know what I'm saying?
And this is why.
Listen,
when tenor drummers come.
If
to
it wasn't
town,
for tenor drummers, there wouldn't be anybody having kids to perpetuate the pipe band, more pipe banders in the next.
This is why when tenor drummers come to town, Fusco has to electrical tape a pool noodle to the bed frame.
Oh my god. Oh, and on that note, somebody's writing furiously to the Big Rab Show. I can't believe these cunts you let these people talk to.
I can't believe you associate. I've got my soap.
Listen, it's been months since I've been able to offend anybody. We're coming back strong here, people.
This is why we cannot have nice things. But okay, so other upcoming things we have. We are doing another happy hour. I would say monthly, but sometimes we do them, sometimes we don't.
We did the first 3 months, and then we went to hell, and then we're bringing it back again.
So we have another happy hour we're working on scheduling. This will be with I think it's end of June.
Last Saturday in June.
And this is with our good friend, Mr. Eric Evenhouse, prolific pipe tune composer, I would say. Like, he's written a lot of shit, or I feel like...
Yeah, I wouldn't say prolific.
I feel like every time somebody says something on the show, I get a fucking email that says, here's the title of the thing you said, and here's the tune that goes with it.
Right, yeah, Eric's like, he's like, how am I going to describe this? He's like, he is the pipe writing version of throwing spaghetti against the wall. He just fucking writes 1,000 tunes and hopes one sticks.
Yeah.
And hey, quite honest, that's what photographers do. Like, you take a million pictures and you hope one is good.
He's bagpiping's Taylor Swift.
Oh,
He's not. Well, he's not.
Except with bigger tits.
Yeah, and he hasn't dated nearly as many hot men, but a few hot men, but not as many.
The bad remake of the classic Navy crime movie. A Few Hot Men.
Oh, speaking of Marines that are gay,
your society exists because people like me are willing to take a 10-inch dildo up the ass on camera. I just want the truth. You can't handle the dildo.
oh, we've completely lost our way here.
So, Fusco, talk about bagpipes.
So I do have a topic of the week. Are we done with like all the things we got to get through? Because we actually have a topic.
And this episode of the Channeran Podcast brought to you by the following sponsor. McClellan Bagpipes by North Carolina artisan bagpipe maker Roddy McClellan from Eust in Scotland. They don't strive to be the biggest, fastest, or the cheapest. They do, however, meticulously craft a small number of warm and stable-sounding instruments of heirloom quality. Roddy has followed this philosophy for over 30 years and continues to evolve with innovations like the Elevation Chanter, designed with North American bands in mind, providing a lower pitch, rich harmonics, and strong, clear projection. Elevation Chanters, along with chanter reeds from Adrian Melvin, provide a stable platform for a thick band sound without big oval holes. Check out BespokeBagpipes.com for more information. McClellan Bagpipes, born in Scotland, made in the USA.
Nailed it. So, let's talk about the topic of the week, shall we?
Is it Jurassic Park Dominion?
No, because nobody cares. Do people still watch that series?
I love dinosaurs.
Yeah, but everybody loves dinosaurs, but the Jurassic Park is crap.
True, but I'm still going to go see it. It's no Top Gun Maverick, that's for sure.
Oh my God, what a great movie. So, have you seen it, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. So the Jurassic Park thing, this is not the topic of the week, people, but the one thing I noticed watching the commercials over and over again, because Jurassic World...
It was that I knew that would set him off.
This fucking drives me nuts. Oh, fucking hell. So, how many Jurassic Worlds are there?
I am a fucking sniper when it comes to setting Fusco off.
Is this the third one?
This will be the 6th.
Of the Jurassic Worlds. I just mean Jurassic Worlds.
Third Jurassic World, 6th Jurassic Park.
Yeah, because the first ones are fine.
I call them all
new
Jurassic
ones-
Park.
Right.
'Cause
So, like, how many times do we need to see Chris Pratt going? Right? Like, is this his only move? This is how he stops dinosaurs, is puts his hands up?
No.
Like, we're in the third Jurassic World, and this is what the commercial
That's him. That's him trying to keep people who haven't been saved by Christ out of the theater. Didn't you know?
It doesn't make any goddamn sense. He's stopping dinosaurs by doing this.
You missed.
Like, I get it in the first one. Like, he was like this fucking Zen
scene.
master.
You missed the scene in the most recent one where he made all the velociraptors take communion.
Dominus Obispo.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
Here's your cracker, Blue, and
I'm like, all right, enough of this.
blood of original T-Rex.
The only way to save this franchise now is to put Christopher Walken in it.
Yes, I agree.
Because he can save any franchise.
They just be like, Dr. Walken, I think that we should once again open a theme park with genetically engineered dinosaurs. And he'd just be like, no! And then credits.
Credits. End the movie. Are you crazy?
Fucking credits.
End the movie. Yeah, Christopher Walken doesn't fuck around. So, yeah, anyway.
Next, it's going to be Jurassic Moon. It's going to be in, like, dinosaurs on space.
With lasers on their head. It's going to be, like, exactly what Dr. Evil wanted. Sharks with lasers.
Yeah, it's
Freaking
not even
laser beams on their head.
like some of these franchises. It's not even beating a dead horse anymore. It's just
Beating a dead shark.
It's just tiredly like dropping a bat into hamburger meat because you've been beating the dead horse so long that there's nothing left to recognize it as a horse.
Still gonna go see it.
Right.
I'm still gonna go. I'm seeing it tonight.
Hey, man, spend your money. By the way, has anybody ever seen
Velocipaster?
Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix? Have you watched any of that?
No, I haven't, but it's on my list.
It is quite good. It's like, it kind of reminds me of like a
Is
Black
this the
Mirror.
topic of the week?
No, but it reminds me of something that's actually good. Black Mirror, because I just watched
Black
an episode
Mirror's
where
great.
somebody like smashes somebody's head in. It's like cartoonish sometimes not, but it's like 20-minute, like 10 to 20-minute episodes. You know, it's sci-fi weirdness. It reminds me of like an Isaac Asimov sort of compendium like type book. You know, it's just all these weird ass stories. It's fucking really good, and the animation's amazing. Highly recommend. Anyway, topic.
This
of the week.
episode brought to you by Netflix.
By the way, the ending. Have you watched Ozark? You haven't watched the ending of Ozark yet? The last.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
I just if she had, I
I'm
would
on
talk
to the
about
boy. I gotta do the new season of the boy.
Oh yeah, I'm way into The Boys.
it. Okay. Well, we won't talk about Ozark.
I also like the show.
The show? Is that like a lesbian show?
No, The Boy. Okay, you'll catch
I've never watched The Boys. I don't know anything
should.
about it. Anyway, so topic of the week.
Yes, sir.
This is what I wanted to discuss today. The same thing we talk about every week, Pinky.
Trying to take over the world.
Take over the world. So the new band model of
Having a stroke.
dramatic pause.
Screen froze.
God,
No.
we have never had any buffering issues on this show or any problem with this.
No, never.
Remember we used to do that to fuck with people?
Yeah. Oh, it's
They'd be like, I can see you blinking. It's like, fuck.
damn it! I can't not blink. I'm not Michael. Fucking
Why do you think I started wearing the sunglasses,
Michael
guys?
Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. You see, you just don't blink, and then you're more convincing if you don't blink.
Because he's
when you're
always
acting, you
on
just
the verge of crying.
you just don't blink. When I was in high school,
Failed him, Mr. Wayne.
when I was in high school,
Failed him.
in drama class, which was acting, we watched a video with Michael Caine explaining how not blinking for like an hour. He talked about not blinking and how
Did he
that's
blink
the key
during
to
that
acting.
hour?
I don't remember, but it was like, really, this is the key to acting is not blinking.
Yeah,
Okay,
that or you have
anyway.
to suck off Harvey Weinstein.
Well, there's that too. No, that's for the young
Works
ladies.
for a lot of people.
Anyway, Kelly, that's a good question. Kelly.
Hey, what's the topic of the week?
Oh yeah, we keep getting off that. So the concept of smaller band, no teaching, is it more fun? So we've done this for a few months now. We haven't had an episode since the last time. What do you look for?
Cold water. That's so cold that it's no longer water.
It's just ice.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to put some in this.
Oh, is that ice for our drinks?
Yeah. What were you doing?
That
Did you?
ice full? God damn it!
I thought you were like.
pour Powerade
I was like,
in
what
it?
am I gonna
What do
pour
you
in it?
think
No,
I
I
was
didn't do.
gonna
I didn't pour
do?
anything in it. I was just curious. Why did she bring me a glass of ice? Am I gonna?
For drinks. What did he say? You wiggly noodled.
Can we get to the
fuck
topic of
knuckle
the
or
week,
whatever?
please? For fuck's sake. All right.
Oh,
So here's the thing.
now it's down.
So for months now, since we all know that the band that should not be named, basically went underground and told everybody like become a dojo member, get to a certain point, and then we'll play together. The people that can actually play will continue practicing, which originally was me, Josh, Mike, Fuckface, and Jump. And then we brought in Braden.
Worst cop show ever.
Brought in Braden because Braden can play. And then we just sort of just jam, right? We come up with some new sets.
We
started working on a new MSR. We tried to change some of our
We've
MSR
been set building for months.
for months now, yeah. And the question is this a successful model? I mean, it's early to tell, but let's just start the discussion as we're playing. We essentially have 4 pipers, 2 drums. We don't have a bass. We don't have a tenor, at least not in town. If we needed to compete, we have them. But and how is this going? That's what I wanted to talk about. Like, so we went from the traditional model of let's play Green Hills for 7,000 times. For the first practice ever, we didn't play anything from the parade set.
No,
I mean, maybe we
didn't.
tuned.
We played one tune that was already on the repertoire, and that was at the end. We played Jim Thompson.
Jim Thompson, that was it. Yeah.
And
Otherwise,
that's just
we
because
play
that's
all
how
new
we
stuff.
that's how we like kind of traditionally close out
Finish.
practice.
Yeah, that's how we like sort of finish off as a group because we know how to play and it's good. So, like, I'm curious what Josh thinks of this because this was my idea, probably maybe a little bit of your idea, I don't know, but of like go into complete opposite and see what happens. Like, instead of teaching people like, all right, let's play Green Hills and the same parade shit we always play because people barely know it and let's just struggle through it. So, for example, we played at the beginning of the set. We started working on Willie Gray's Farewell to Glasgow Police or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it's called.
coming along.
That's going to be the march of our MSR.
Yep.
Potentially for next year.
And it slaps.
We've been playing it maybe a month and a half now, and like we played on pipes and drums on Tuesday,
Yeah, and
Thursday. and
it wasn't horrible.
kind of good.
Yeah, I mean, aside from just not knowing the music well enough off the sheet, I thought overall it went pretty good. The tone was good. Like people, except for Angel, blew well.
You did all right until the third and fourth
But
part.
that's all sheets, right? Like that's all just getting off the sheet and onto your head.
Yeah, so it's not even a question. Yeah, absolutely. But even then, the first two parts were quite solid. Like,
Yeah, it was
like,
good. It was good fucking T4. I mean, our drum corps is overqualified in some aspects
For
as
sure.
far as like what we're doing.
For sure. But they just upped the
And
level.
that would tie into like if I was going to make an argument for whether or not it was working. Like it's hard to say, man.
Well,
I
I guess you
know
got to
practice is
find
fun.
working, but like, is
Yeah.
it more fun? Because in the end, like,
Practice is fun.
yeah. So I was horribly
You were burned out like a
burned
motherfucker.
out
Yeah.
and sad and like I just don't care anymore. Like when Joe was here a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Did that episode ever go out?
Yeah, the Joe episode's out.
Yeah. You'll hear it because we talk about it. Because Joe asked me, we're like, Joe,
It's one of the best. It's one of the best named podcasts I've ever done. The episode title is "Joe Brady fucks a landmine."
Really?
That's the best fucking title I've come up with in a while. Although yours, Bruce, I'm a vagina man, Bruce Gandy. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
But the idea being like, I was so like, I just don't care anymore. Like I have no passion for it whatsoever. Like I'm just so burnt out of playing the same shit and nobody doing anything. Blah 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 blah. And I guarantee, I know out there in radio land, it sounds like I'm being what's the right word?
A cunt.
Ubiquitous? No. There's a word. It sounds like I'm over exaggerating, but I promise you, I'm not. I promise you that I'm not.
Yeah.
We never get anywhere, and it's frustrating for those of us who can play a little bit to never get anywhere. Like I don't want to play Green Hills anymore. I don't want to play the parade sets.
Or
anymore.
running the same. I mean, even when it came to the competition sets.
Yeah, the competition. Like I was scared to death to change anything because it was going to take 3 years for us to even get anywhere,
And then it took a month.
and it took us 6 weeks, maybe.
Yeah. So I think it comes down to
Jesus, take it easy, killer.
defining success, right? Like, so if you're putting a plan like that in place, what is the desired outcome?
Correct.
You know,
That is and that's what I think is important. It's like, what is the goal? What is the vision?
because like we're looking at a situation where we're back in a building phase. We don't have a lot of regular people coming to practice. We are working on fucking meaty music.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the shit
hornpipe set we came up with.
the shit that we're working on and coming along with is, that's like grade 3, grade 2 shit.
For sure. Yeah.
But,
But there's only 4 of us that have to pull it off.
But
and
then
one
it
of them's
comes
Angel, so
yeah,
there's really
so
3 of us.
So, but one of the things you have to look at is, okay, so like if that's the goal, and if like just playing music with your friends and having a good time is the goal, like I think we've definitely achieved that. And occasionally, I would say that creatively in any aspect, whether it's design, music, film, photo, whatever, you got to just cleanse the fucking palate.
I think in the end,
if you get too far into a routine that's like fucking just not going anywhere, like you'll lose your mind, man. You'll go fucking nuts. Like,
right. And this is the thing that
you gotta break a couple eggs
I
to
struggle
make a
with.
fucking omelet.
and we definitely broke some eggs. We've lost some people. We've definitely lost people. So I can't remember if it was the Joe Brady episode or maybe somebody wrote into me or we're just chatting online or whatever it was. But like a lot of bands over. Oh no, it was Alex.
It's Beachy?
Beachkey from California who was
I don't
here.
think, yeah, she won't mind us
I don't think
calling
so.
her out.
No, it's not a call out, but she was just saying like a lot of bands have sort of shed people in California because that's where she's from, and like it made the band stronger in a way because those people weren't really doing anything anyway. The people that generally left were the people that weren't that dedicated anyway and weren't really getting anywhere.
We saw that in SoCal bands early in my career. I mean, let's see, I started 2003. So by 2006, we were playing SoCal events easy. And like we saw bands that were imploding over what happened to us recently, well before our time.
Oh, it happens all the time.
And they just had the advantage of having a lot more fucking people that were playing in those areas. Like we're literally in a desert, both geographically and musically. Like there's not a lot of people out here that play. There's fewer that want to like pursue musicianship in the way that we do. Of like, I want to always be getting better.
Yeah, I want to sound good. Like fun is sounding good.
Even if you don't want
not
to
just showing up.
Even if you don't want to necessarily get better, you at least should want to like learn new stuff every now and then.
Yeah, because quite frankly, it's okay. Like in
I mean,
in
if
the
you
rock
have
band world,
like
like
if
for
you have a
example,
jukebox with only 10 tunes in it,
you're gonna get
eventually
tired
you're
of it.
gonna shoot the jukebox.
Yeah, you just need to change things out. So like in the rock band world, my rock band, right? We play like every once in a while we just fucking throw something else new in there, like a cover just to tweak the brain a little bit. Like,
But that's how
get
creativity
some,
works.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the way that the creativity works is like you fall into a repetitive cycle of here's what I know I can do well, so I'm going to do this over and over and over again. And even if you fall into that cycle, even if that thing you knew how to do over and over again really well was good, it will deteriorate and it won't be as good over time because you're not firing the neurons in your brain by learning new stuff to be like, I mean, take a song you played 100,000 times, learn a new song, go back and play that other song, and it's going to be better.
Absolutely.
Like every new thing you learn is going to influence the stuff that you know.
Correct. Exactly.
And I'm using big fucking, for the audio audience, big fucking air quotes on stuff you know.
quote unquote no. Do you really?
And even if you know it, like, could it be better? Probably.
Could always be better.
This is one of the things that gets me into hot water when I'm in like organizations. Is I'm always just like, the way my brain works is always like, how could it be better? How could it be better? Oh, it's great, awesome. How could it be better? And that was just drilled into me at an early age. Do better, try harder, suck less. When you're done, start over.
Right, do it again. Yeah. So, but it's interesting phenomenon because the idea was to do the, well, quote unquote, Pasadena Scott's method, i.e. Trevor method, which is different now potentially, but
He's
small
also
band-
grown. He's grown and adapted his method.
yeah, but the idea being looking at it from the outside was a small band that's just good. Like, let's not worry about bringing people up. Let's just play good music and let it come. Like, if you build it, it will come, kind of thing. And it worked for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they had 6 to 8 pipers, 3 snare drums, maybe,
You got to keep
Maybe.
in mind though, if
and
you
they
go-
would win everything because they were small and tight, but all of the players were good, and
We
they
also-
all worked at it.
You have to keep in mind we did that in Vegas pre-COVID, and it did work. That's how we got Fuckface. Fuckface saw us in Vegas, and we were a small band. We played without drums.
Well,
that time.
that wasn't a choice. That was just what happened. Meaning we were a small band. Meaning we had no drums. We had Alex who filled in just for the fuck.
Well, like he saw a small band that was
but he
like
saw we
working
had
on
like
hard
8
music.
pipers, 8 to 10 pipers, and it wasn't great. We let everybody play, right? So, I mean, the reason I say this is it wasn't intentional. It wasn't like, all right, I'm going to cut us down to 6 and just take the best 6. That was not the plan. It was just like, let's go out and play because Jack said, get out there and play and be in front of people. It's going to help you in the long run, which I agree with. Like getting out there and playing in front of people, just like in a rock band, like you do the fucking grind, man. You play in front of 3 people and you just keep doing it, and you'll get better because you just keep doing it, right? Which is similar to pipe bands. You just got to get out there and play more in front of contest people, whatever it is, performances, whatever it is. You just keep grinding, right? And that's what makes people better. Is that grind, you know? So and that's why we did it. It wasn't like, all right, let's keep the band small and make a good impression. We were out there to be seen. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean?
So I would present. So one of the, it's all tools in a toolbox, right? So one of the things I would present is I remember a long time ago having a conversation with you on the show and Doogie.
Like we've done this conversation probably 34 times, but sure.
And I still, you know,
If you haven't figured it out yet, we do the same thing every week.
we do a lot. But for our new listeners,
listeners, yeah.
Doogie recommended, you know, because and it all goes down to like the way your brain works, right? Like you'd be happy playing with 6 people that were awesome.
Me personally?
You personally.
Yes, absolutely.
But like when we talked to Doogie about this, and we were more concerned about competition band, right? Where you have to fucking have numbers. Like there's just that's it. That's the way it is. And then he, you know, and I don't know if his position on this has changed since then, but I remember talking to him about it, and it still stuck in my brain of like, well, now you have to have a parade band, and you have to have a learner program, and you have to have all this stuff to like funnel people up to where you can have enough numbers to be competitive. And that's mostly how his brain works because he wants to fucking compete in pipe bands and win.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of at a point right now where we just want to play dope music. Like, is competition still a priority in your mind? Because I don't think it feels like it now, aside from the fact that we're building out sets.
So, no. I wouldn't say it's a priority. I would say
See what I did there?
it's a idea of, again, it's the same idea. If you build it, they will come kind of thing. Like, let's play dope music, and in the long run, it will lead into us being able to compete again because we can bring people in that want to play with us. Remember Jack years ago said this could be the destination pipe band. 1, because of Chanarant. 2, because we're fun. 3, because
It's
blah, blah,
Vegas.
whatever. There's lots
It's
of reasons,
Vegas.
right?
Everybody filters through here.
We've got a lot of people that want to play with us just because we are who we are.
Well,
Not because we're good. Not at all.
Yeah, but say as much as we're cunts, we still have people that will drive 4 hours to come play a gig with us.
I can't tell you how many times I get offers from like people in Northern Ireland and Scotland. Oh, I want to come out and play with you guys. It's like, tell me the games I should come out and play. Like, I get that all the fucking time just because we are who we are. And that's great, but it doesn't get us consistency in locality. You know what I mean? Which we need.
No.
A little bit of that.
We do, but I would also argue. So think about this world, right? So okay, we have a core group of players that, like, if we got a gig tomorrow, we'd crush the shit out of it.
Yes.
We have a group of people who are
Minus
not
Angel.
far away, from us, that if we needed, like, oh well, they just want numbers.
Yeah, we got the Royal Scottish Bagpipers.
People-
We got
yeah, the Royal
Daryl and
Scottish
Alex who will
Bagpipers.
always come out and help us.
Come
We
out
got
and hang out and
people
like,
in Arizona that'll help us.
and you know, shred some tunes, make some money, have a good time.
People
and
in
then
Utah
no
will help
worries.
us.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that there's got to be something to be said for that. For like, why are people so willing? One, it's because we get paying gigs. That's awesome.
Yeah, they do too, though.
But it's also, I think it's one of those things where it's like the attitude of the band, and it's like we still remember that band's supposed to be fun.
We, meaning you and me.
We remember it's supposed to be fun.
See, that
It's more fun when you're playing and it doesn't sound like dog ass.
well, that brings me back to like thinking about the concert this year, right? Like, I agree, it should be fun because music is supposed to be fun.
Anything you
But
do,
it's
anything
how you
do
define
for
fun.
free. Anything you do for free should be fun.
But like for me, fun is like playing good music and making it sound good. Some people, it's just putting on a kilt and standing in front of a stage of people.
Yeah,
and that's okay. Like,
I
all right,
think
there's
we-
differences.
I don't think we have a lot of that anymore.
But like
though.
let's look back at the concert, right? Remember like the rehearsal before the concert, and like all the Utah people showed up, the people from the East Coast, whatever, and like it was like dead ass serious, right? We were like, this is the day before, we got to kick
Game.
some ass, right? And it was like, I don't know, it was fun for them. Like Bethia, for example, was there, right? And she's played with us many a times.
Yeah.
She's come out and helped us out for things. I have no idea what she thought, but like my impression was she was like fucking, because I was fucking on my
Well, it's
fucking
concert mode.
I was like full concert mode. Like, I am going to kill you if you fuck this up. Mode.
Fusco's concert mode and my games mode is not that different.
Very similar.
Yeah.
And like I just saw the look in Bethia's eyes, and I'm like, I'm not trying to scare her, but I want this to be good.
Well,
Like,
yeah. The trick is like,
we got a day to get you guys together.
the trick with a show is always like, okay, let's put it together, nail it, and then celebrate the fact we nailed it.
After the fact, yeah, exactly.
I mean, we fucked that order up.
Yeah, we definitely celebrated a day too early, but but anyway, the point being, the fun thing that you referenced is like, yeah, it needs to be, it's got to be fun because that's what music is for the
But
players.
also,
it's got to
band's,
be.
band's always fun to me, and like, you know, fucking one of my favorite things on Thursday was Mark being like, I'm not gonna move till I hear
Mike.
Fuckface. Fucking fuckface. I'm not gonna move until I hear dismissed because Josh taught me that. And I'm like, and for me it's just ingrained. I'm just like, yeah, like I know that it's a trap. Like,
Yeah, he used to be a dick, but also it was true because we did a lot of that. Right?
it's like,
but
yeah,
like,
you
but
know,
like, it
fucking-
sounded good. We were playing. I'm like,
it was tight.
like
but it's
when we were
all-
on, it was on.
It's love those little things, right? Like,
and that was fun. I'm
In
like,
my
oh my God, this
mind-
sounds good.
In my mind, if you slack on showing up with your uniform looking sharp, if you slack on deportment, if you slack on being on time, like those are the things that are, in my opinion, still, I think they affect your musical performance because they're in the back of your head, looming. They're a big old monkey sitting on your shoulder of like, well, you were late and your kilt is wrinkly and blah blah blah. If you remove all that shit from the equation, you're gonna fucking play better. Like no matter what, because the monkey's not sitting on your shoulder telling you all the things that you did bad.
You're gonna sound good.
Say again.
If you're happy, you're gonna sound good. If you sound good, you're gonna be happy.
Right.
Well, I mean, the thing I tell people all the time is like, look sharp, play sharp. Like, if you show up and your shirt's ironed and your tie, and like you know that you don't have to worry about this,
Well, think about like
just
in the
start
rock
removing,
bands.
start removing worries from your mind.
Think
man.
about like the rock band life that you've been in, or any of us. We've all been in that world,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So like you take Fuckface, right? He could care less about uniform. He doesn't care about any of that, and he shows up like he does not care. It's very clear that he does not care. So like a lot of us do. Like I'm like, no, you got to have your shit together. Like look good, feel good, sound good, blah blah blah, whatever, right? But like think about rock bands. Like you got the guy, like a couple guys that are like into it. They got the look, they do the thing, and then there's the one guy that's like, I'm gonna wear a fucking Pokemon shirt or whatever. Like
I'm gonna wear a Pikachu shirt and cargo shorts.
it's like, God damn it, dude. Like there's you're missing the fucking thing.
Well, because you have to keep in mind too, like it's a visual performance as well.
And pipe band significantly
It's a
so.
More
huge-
so.
Yeah, that's
Way
More so in rock band.
Well, you think it's
Yes.
more than pipe band?
100.
Yeah, all we have
No,
to
no,
do.
no.
All
If you
all we have to
showed up
do-
without a kilt in a pipe band situation, guess what they're gonna be like? All we cared about was the kilt. We don't care what you sound like. They want you to look the part.
I would argue that a pipe
Guaranteed.
band situation is a group where all the people look the same. If you want to have like a successful rock band, well, because we've talked about this before, right? Like, one, look the part. Two, move for God's sake. Just
Yeah.
move around the stage.
Don't stand there like a fucking statue.
Don't stand there in the corner like the person who went to LVA for guitar that you are and just play. Like, move around, do the rock star thing. Guess what? If you miss a note, that's okay if you're moving and interacting with the crowd. Like, you're good. But I think those are two slightly different animals, in my opinion. But I will say this: I keep coming back to this point. Like, people give me love to give me shit now in the little 6-piece of like being a stickler for deportment, being a stickler for like uniform shit, all that stuff. I was like, yeah, but the only reason that I care about that stuff is because it removes a worry from your mind. If you're early and not late, you're not going to show up stressed. You're going to play better.
Right.
If your uniform doesn't look like shit, you're not going to be stressed about it. You're going to play better.
Yeah, exactly. Like if even somebody like Fuckface, the rest of us are all cool with looking sharp because it matters. And like I get Fuckface's position. He's like, I'm married. I have 3 kids. I don't need to get laid. I don't care about looking good. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Right?
but the client cares.
But I care. And the band and 98% of us care about like, all right, let's look sharp because that's part of what we do here.
That's paramilitary.
Yeah, we're a pipe band and it's military based. Even if it's not military based, the perception is that it is, right? To the general public. So whether I'm playing a civilian funeral,
It's the same thing.
I still look sharp. Like I still like act like military.
Yeah, because that's what they're
'Cause
what
they
they're
like
paying
it.
for.
They
and
like
it's also
it.
you have to keep in mind like it's remember what's the fuck I forgot the kid's name because he was very forgettable. But like remember like the one kid where every time we weren't playing he would just be like
Oh, Matthew.
he just disintegrated
Yes.
into a blob. I'm like,
Yes.
dude, I was like, look fucking sharp, like just
That's typical teenagers though.
like stand up, look sharp. You don't have to do it for very long.
Yeah, like just stand straight. But you take like the Braden and Zachs of the world, like they never did that.
No,
But they
not
kind of
until
had it
now.
They had a little more discipline at home, I imagine.
Because
But
I'm like, even fucking. So we played the gig with Wee Sean, and he's getting like,
oh, he's super like that. Yeah,
and I was like, hey,
like stand up fucking straight.
come on now, look like you want to be here.
Yeah.
Or when we're standing, and it's like you don't have to be like the Joker when you're standing, but you shouldn't be just be like,
Shouldn't be like, oh. You shouldn't be like a wet noodle.
Pretend
or
like
like
you're
a slime from D&D.
pretend like you're being paid to be there because you are.
Because, yeah, guess what? You just made a lot of money for standing here for...
Especially for that young of a kid.
Yeah. Dude, if I made... What's he, 16, 17 maybe? If I made $250 for an hour of my time...
2 tunes.
An hour... We didn't play 2 tunes. We played... No, you're right. We did play 2. We were supposed to play 3. We played 2. I did not play pipes as a teenager.
I would be ear to ear.
I wouldn't have had to work in a fucking shit ass restaurant.
That may be what kind of shaded my experience, because like when I was growing up, I was 13, 14 years old playing gigs, making stupid fucking money, and I'm just like,
yeah, I'm not gonna fuck this up.
Showmanship
is part of it. It's a whole thing. Listen, there's a reason why pop music is so organized. I don't know what you call it, but like planned, choreographed. Yes, because the show is 98% of the thing.
Well, I mean, any live show really. Look at Ghost. Ghost is metal. Do you want to know how many lighting and pyrotechnic cues and shit go into that show?
Yeah, like
a show.
They have more crew than they have band.
A live performance is exactly that, right? Like it's a performance. Like the odd. Okay, so assume that you're experiencing it. No visuals whatsoever. Fine. Fuckface is right. No one's going to know. But everybody has the power, for the most part, at these events of 2 human eyes and 2 human ears. So, do a show. You're getting paid.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't understand the opposite of that, but, I mean, I just never been that way.
So I want to do final thoughts, but I also want to do a little bit of a call out to our audience.
All right. We got an audience?
Yeah, I want to do a call out to our audience of like gig stories and how they kind of feel about things we've talked about, like deportment and making it a live performance, not just hoping everyone is wearing blinders.
So this is where we call out. This is where we call them out and say, "Listen, you cunts."
Listen, you cunts. The Big Rab Show said,
"We're tired of you. We're tired of you guys."
Make sure. We haven't done this in a while.
We're tired of
Make
you guys.
sure that you send butthole pics to bigrabshow@gmail.com.
Everybody send butthole pics to Big Rab.
Doesn't have to be yours. It could be someone else's.
Yeah, we don't care.
You can just get them off the internet.
Listen, there's plenty of whores out there with butthole pics. So the idea is this. What were we just talking about?
Do you want me to cue you up?
Go back like 10 seconds.
So you want me to cue you up?
Yes.
That's the definition.
Yes.
Okay. So, in closing, on this episode of the Chan Rant Podcast, what we're looking at is what do you hold your band to when it comes to the standards of deportment, looking good to sound good, and just trying to make things uniform so that the last thing you have to worry about is playing your music well. Fusco, final thoughts.
My final thoughts are these. Listen.
And those were his final thoughts.
And then I died.
Just one exasperated gasp.
And then I died. No, seriously.
Don't worry. I won't call the coroner. I'll just bury you in the back like you intended.
That's all I want. Just my boner sticking out of the ground, though.
Well, until Bear gets to it.
Oh.
So the goal is this. Listen, play with passion. Pipe band, rock band, fucking pop music, like whatever the fuck it is, but specifically pipe band. Like, god damn it. Like, just like want to do it, man. And show that you want to do it. Because we've very clearly experienced lately the very few people that actually want to do it. Because I had a meeting a month ago, 3 weeks ago, where I was like, hey, everybody come, let me know what your status is. How are you doing with the dojo? How are you doing with whatever you're doing? Just show up. Who was there? Me, Josh, Braden, Jeremy in Arizona, online, Mia Bella. That's it.
And she was also playing Fortnite. She wasn't listening.
She was listening. That's it. And we have twice as many people that could have showed up and told us, hey, I've been taking lessons with this person. I've been working on this. My triplets are better. My blah, 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 blah. My grace note quality is better. I've been working on a dojo. I've gotten to phase 3. None of that. Nothing. So, if you don't want it, why should I want it for you? Why should I drag you kicking and screaming? Not me. Why should your pipe major drag you kicking and screaming? You've got to want it for yourself, people. Josh, go ahead.
I don't have a lot of notes. I think this is best said by someone in the comments, our friend Lex. If you want the privilege to perform, then you have the expectation and commitment to the band. Performance is a privilege. And I think that's correct. I've been a performer for the larger half of my life. I'm, 30-something now.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
There you go.
And I think I started performing even in shitty rock bands when I was
14, 13.
Yeah. So, yeah, I do think I do think maybe that explains my mentality very well, Lex, is performance is a privilege. It's the best job in the world. You get to get paid.
It's pretty cool though.
You get to get
Maybe
paid
not the best
to
job in the
do
world, but it's
something
pretty
you
cool.
like to do, and I like that. So treat it as such, and keep in mind, if you're gigging or if you're doing whatever, always be at a 10, no matter what. Okay, it's this fucking 6 a.m. funeral and there's nobody there. Cool. Play it like you're playing at the Worlds.
Always.
I got this convention for minors at 7 a.m. or whatever. Cool. Play it like it's the Worlds. All I have to do is play Green Hills once. Cool. Play it like it's the last time you're ever going to fucking play Green Hills. Yep. Make sure that because one, we also live in the age of cell phones. And so you don't want to be caught fucking sucking dick playing bagpipes.
Here's when we were so we played for
But
that
you should
minors
also-
unit
yeah,
a Monday, right?
Just sound good. Go out and sound good.
We went out and played, right? What I loved about what Daryl did, because he was standing next to me, him and I were next to you, were next to Angel, right?
Yep.
So we go out there, we get in front of the stage, we do the cutoff, right? And fucking Daryl was like a fucking machine. He was he never moved from that fucking spot at all.
Well, he does the same thing I do. Hold your dimes and just stand.
Just stand there like a fucking rock. And he did not move. Not I didn't have to tell him a single thing. I did not tell him like I have to tell other people. If my blow sticks in my mouth, your blow stick, blah, blah, blah. He just mirrored me.
Holding,
no matter what I did, he mirrored me.
If I'm holding, you're holding. If
I've
it's
never
not,
told him that in my life because we both grew up under the same thing. We grew up under Seamus. We grew up under the blah, 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 blah.
Well, that's what influenced a lot of my deportment as well, though, was the Seamus stuff.
You just do what the fucking guy that's in charge does. Why do we have to discuss
and
this?
It's nice if all, because you get people that are standing in line next to each other, what the fuck is going?
You don't need to discuss it. Just follow the fucking guy in front of you.
Mirror.
It's not that fucking difficult.
Just mirror that, and that's all you got to do. Guess
not
what?
that
If you're mirroring that, and the person who's the pipe major fucks it up, that's not your fault.
You're never wrong.
You're never wrong.
Never wrong.
Follow the pipe major right off the cliff. You're not wrong.
Kelly, do you have any final thoughts?
I would still say that performance is a privilege and it's a nice thing to do. You could be an accountant.
I used to be.
That would suck.
So,
Kelly, go ahead.
wait.
You grab the mic. Grab it.
You got to get close.
Give us your thoughts, Kelly. Because you're a long-term performer. You've been here in Vegas a long motherfucking time.
Yeah, but so it's not about the gig. It could be any random horrible gig. Doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. And somebody once said to one of my guitar players, he said, she doesn't have to go all out on this. It's like a, minor thing. And my guitar player, Kelly Dorn, said,
Oh, yeah, Kelly Dorn.
she doesn't have enough sense not to hold back. And that's a God's honest truth, because I sing every gig like it's the last fucking gig I'll ever have.
Fucking
the way you
I don't care.
You should always do that.
And I think you should, because you know what? You never know. It might be. You may just lose all desire to play, or you may not get another gig. You don't know.
Terminal priapism.
Well, that is not the
You're
point.
a fucking wacko. But the point is, play it like it is the last gig.
Always.
Every
Always.
fucking one. It doesn't matter how
Because performing for
insignificant you think
people
it
is an incredible high. It's an incredible privilege.
it's important.
And it feels good. Like
Best
own it.
job I've ever had.
Own it. Like it's so
Yeah,
important.
I don't have enough sense to hold back, and you're damn fucking Skippy. I won't ever.
Absolutely. I agree.
If I'm gonna do it and take the time and the energy to do it, then I'm gonna do it.
Absolutely. I agree.
Either I'm gonna do it or I won't. So that's it.
You might as well fucking
Don't
own it.
half-ass it.
Yeah. Just whole ass. What is the famous quote?
Whole
Oh,
ass.
from Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah, never half-ass something. Always, or never half-ass two things. Always whole-ass one thing.
Absolutely. That's a great quote to end this shit show of a show. So go fuck yourselves. You know what? We hate everyone. We hate
I
everyone.
like everybody. Do you hate everybody? Do we?
Yeah,
Need,
no, I don't like
do we
people.
need to medicate you?
I don't like anybody.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to episode 194 of the Channeran Podcast.
Episode 200 coming up soon. People like
yeah, we'll
get your
see.
donations in, and
We'll see you in 6 weeks.
We'll see you in like 12 weeks when we actually pull it off. But it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a party. Josh and I are gonna have strippers.
We are.
I don't know. It's gonna be on your dime. So get those donations in now, people. It's gonna be the greatest last show that ever existed. Episode 200, and then we're out because quite frankly I'm sick of this shit. And then we're gonna start a show called Pipe and
Ranter Chant.
Ranter Smant. Ranter Schmant.
And we are clear.